The next location that I went was the wetlands. And in the wetlands, I was hiking in, and I walked across some brush, a bunch of brush there. And unbeknownst to me, there were hanging in this brush little clusters of ticks. And when you walk by them, they swarm your body. And as you can see, the sun is setting. They were biting me, they were eating me alive. And I was trying to brush them off. I couldn't get rid of them. I didn't have any extra clothes to change into. I only had one set of clothes the entire time I was out there. The sun's setting, and there are jaguars in the wetlands. And if you don't have fire, you won't make it to the morning. So I gathered all the firewood I could find. I made myself a fire. And finally, when I got all the firewood to maybe make it through the night, I laid down to try to rest. And these bugs are just eating me alive. I couldn't stand being in my own skin. It's just every nerve in your body is firing, and it's just biting you all over the place, and you can't get rid of them. And I remember standing up and pacing back and forth. I couldn't lay down anymore, and I just paced back and forth, and I said, I will not quit. 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 After a few hours of doing that, it started to rain. And I hunched down and pulled that little tiny tarp I had over my head and hugged my knees, and I said, I will not quit. And that attitude of one day at a time, my psychological approach for how I was dealing with this challenge changed that night again. And it went from one day at a time to 1 hour at a time. It went from 1 hour at a time to 1 minute at a time. As I counted off the seconds and said, I will not quit. 2, 3, 4, 5. I will not quit. 6, 7, 8, 9. I sat there with these relentless ticks biting me all over all night long. You saw that picture before. It was bad lighting, okay? My legs are not quite that white. But I sat there for about 5 or 6 hours until sunlight, the entire time counting off the seconds. You have to take it one day at a time. You have to break things down into manageable pieces. And like I said, it was 5-second periods at a time. As I said, I will not quit. And keep your motivation. Keep your mind focused on the small goal at hand, because life is too difficult. It's too hard to take it in big chunks. You have to take it small pieces.